Mark Zuckerberg had changed the way we interact online and offline with his social networking site Facebook. His idea, born out of his dorm room in Harvard back in 2004, is now a $1 million business. Many business analysts cite factors like universities which actively encourage innovation, such as Harvard and MIT, tech giants like Apple and IBM being embedded in campuses, and liberal business laws which enabled a creative talent like Mark Zuckerberg to flourish. Razor TV asked entrepreneurs and business experts here what we need to create an ecosystem suitable for nurturing new, bold visionaries.
We need to change our thinking, our mentality, to be more forward-thinking, not be afraid to face failures. Singapore, all Singaporeans has this fear of failure. They think that failure, once you fail, it's hard to get up again, it's hard to climb up again. But if you speak to any successful entrepreneurs, they will tell you that they have 10 failures beforehand before they succeed.
It'll be exciting to see a new generation of young people thinking this way, that we are not dependent on whatever we already have, and we are not assuming or taking for granted that this will always be a paradise.
A shift in people's mindsets is crucial for Singaporeans to start dreaming big and thinking yes instead of no. Another important factor for nurturing future Mark Zuckerbergs is the creation of a more flexible education system.
I'm able to, if in the middle of school, I say, I want to do my own business, I want to try a startup, and I can actually leave and rejoin back into the education system seamlessly.
Also, a more risk-tolerant bunch of graduates to come out. We need those that do not want the simple expectations of a postgraduate life. How can we inspire students today to look at non-traditional jobs in the big companies?
Singapore also needs to learn to celebrate failure more.
Actually, there's a lot more pain and suffering than there is glam. There is one Mark, but for one Mark, every one successful Mark who is a billionaire and his two buddies who are also billionaires, there are probably 10,000 guys who went bust and bankrupt, and they're eating bread.
Last but not least, there should be a business climate ready to support new entrepreneurs and seed new ventures. In fact, this is already happening. Entrepreneurs can tap into Spring Singapore's various schemes that support startups, and these schemes include Spring Seeds, a startup enterprise development scheme that co-invests into commercially viable local startups that are less than 5 years old, and Yes Startups, the young entrepreneurs scheme for startups that provide funding for first-time entrepreneurs below the age of 26 and gives up to $50,000 in funding. Perhaps the most important criteria is for the entrepreneurs to never give up. As Steve Jobs once said in a Stanford commencement speech in 2005, stay hungry and stay foolish.
On the back cover of their final issue was a photograph of an early morning country road, the kind you might find yourself hitchhiking on if you were so adventurous. Beneath it were the words, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." It was their farewell message as they signed off. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself.